Hi guys, so we finished up the first day of Chaos the doubles tournament. I think Andrew already told you how we did, not as strong, but we got a real treat. We're actually with the host and co-host of Geeks of the North, a new podcast. So Antoine and Paul, thank you for joining us on the channel.
I'm glad to be here.
Why don't you talk about your podcast a little bit, introduce us to it.
Sorry, Will's throwing stuff at us.
Yeah.
So our idea, we actually started talking about this about 2 years ago. And we approached the idea, and Antoine was like, well, you know, my English isn't so good, maybe we should do it in French, I don't know. And then we kind of put it on the back burner. And then, I don't know where, it was this summer, we just started talking, and I said, you know what, let's do this. And he's like, okay, you know, we can talk about maybe. And I said, good, because I just bought all the equipment, so we're doing a podcast.
All right, well, that's motivation, yeah.
Well, it's guilt, right? I figure he'll feel bad if he doesn't do it, so now he's going to do it. And it was just want to have a generalized podcast, talking about gaming, talking about the hobby, not being game focused, because there's a lot of that out there. You know, and I didn't want to try to do, I'm going to do a Warhammer Fantasy podcast and try to compete with Garage Hammer. You know? That's not going to happen, or Can Hammer, right? So I said, let's.
They're not that good, so it's alright.
Well, no, it's not.
They're going to be like dick jokes.
Oh God, we'll have to edit that out.
So we just wanted to do something that was general, that was fun, that people could listen to while they're painting or you know, converting or doing whatever.
Exactly
and
what
not,
I did, yeah.
And that's exactly what it's aimed for, right? It's not something you have to pay attention to. It's like good background noise for hobby.
Well, you guys bring up a lot of great points, you know, in terms of, like, you know, hobby tips. Like you guys were the last one talking about the Gesso priming and stuff. I was like, I've never heard of that, so it's, you know, it was kind of helpful. So
it's helpful for us northern Canadians with hard winter.
Yeah, exactly. You get 2 good priming months a year.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Thank God for airbrushes too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was the idea, right? And our group has a lot of different experience in the hobby. Most of us have been doing it for 10 or 15 years. You know, we've got people who are you know, truly pro-level painters doing it. And the variety of talents we bring to the table when we talk is pretty fantastic. So we figured we're going to have something to talk about, something that people are going to find interesting.
That's awesome. Now, you guys want to talk about kind of what systems you're into, just briefly, like games? It's probably all of them. I know you guys are talking about games I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Relics?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Well, what would you say are your big ones right now? Maybe Fantasy or 40K, or maybe you're in the War Machine zone. That kind of
Yeah, I cycle a lot. It's kind of has my. It's been the last couple of years. It's been Fantasy 40K, but I've got giant War Machine armies. I've literally got a warehouse of miniatures in my house. So.
Yeah, for me it's mostly War Machine Hordes. That's my main game. I've been playing that for 6-7 years, I think. I hated the Warjacks model when they were released.
Oh, really?
But then they released Hordes with big monsters. So now
so then you were sold.
For me.
Yeah, you were sold.
Yeah, I was sold. And after that, my other favorite game is Relics, which you mentioned. You didn't know anything.
No.
It's a cool skirmish game with a fantasy setting, but all twisted, so everything is dark.
Very dark, very gritty.
There's no
fantasy.
undead
like,
army, but there's a small puppet man.
Oh, maybe like a little like Malifaux or something.
Yeah, a bit like
Kind
that.
of like Malifaux.
Yeah, okay.
Makes sense.
So I really like that one.
So
after that,
what kind of schedule are you guys on for the podcast? Like it's you're hoping to get like
Every 2 weeks. That's
every 2
the
weeks.
plan. I mean, we've been pretty good for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
You know what? You just started, but based on what I listened to, it's an amazing podcast. And like you said, it's great in the background. You're just painting. You hear a lot of cool tips. Sometimes it's not just kind of the same thing. Got a lot of different things. So I really enjoy it. Hopefully, you guys keep it up. Looking forward to it.
We want to keep it up. You know, we really like doing it. It's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of interesting content coming up. And it's surprising us because as people, I guess, are starting to listen to us, we're getting approached by people who want to be on, which is really cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. So if people are interested in going to the podcast, where are they going?
So they can.
So the website is geeksofthenorth.com. We're on Twitter at Geeks of the North, Facebook.com/Geeks of the North. So search for Geeks of the North and you'll find us.
You'll probably find
And we're also
it,
on iTunes and Stitcher, right?
Yeah.
iTunes and Stitcher? All right, thanks a lot, guys. I want to take your time, too much of your time anymore. Thank you. All right, thanks.
Thanks.